woman just graduated SWCC training. Here's the deal with that. What's up, guys? Welcome to this video. So apparently, it's been reported this weekend that a woman, for the first time ever, is qualified as a Naval Special Warfare Combatant Craft Crewman, or SWCC boat crewman. But you wouldn't know it from articles like this one, where the headline says, a woman just became the Navy's first special operator. Let me clear this up for any confusion out there. SO, Special Operator, Naval Special Warfare Operator, is the actual rating designation for a Navy SEAL. So let's not get ahead of ourselves calling her a Special Operator. She's a SWCC boat crewman now. Official, got the pin, completed the training. Here's what you need to know about SWCC. It's interesting that SWCC is actually what I would call the greatest quiet professionals in the Navy. It might be the smallest rate in the Navy with less than 1,000 total active duty service members, and no one really knows what SWCC does. And I'll tell you, from my experience working with SWCC, I promise you, unless you've been there yourself, you don't know what SWCC does. Take my word for it. So what is the training like? The training's pretty tough. There's an assessment and selection phase, which is like their buds, their beatdown, that ends in a 3-day, 72-hour training event called the tour. The tour, they basically run around, swim, carry boats, do a bunch of boat stuff, paddling, swimming, things like that for 72 hours. Traditional Hell Week is 5 days for SEALs, and SWCC go through the tour, which is 3 days. Now, there's some scuttlebutt going around about her performance in training and her performance in the tour, and I'm not going to report on any rumors or hearsay, word of mouth that's not official. I'm going to go with the official story that she has completed the standard and graduated training. Now, I'll tell you something else. For all the people who are going to comment on this video that she didn't really make it, no woman should be in special forces, there are plenty of men who are not what you would call the stereotypical SEAL, SWCC, Green Beret, special operator type that are out there who just barely met the standards of physical training and graduated the training. Because what they're actually looking for are individuals of high character, discipline, drive, grit, mental toughness, okay? The physical standards, they are what they are. They're not easy, but humans can accomplish them. People can accomplish them. Plenty of women out there are more fit than the least fit or average fit Naval Special Warfare operators, SEALs and SWCC and Green Berets. It's just a matter of finding those women, recruiting them, getting them into the pipeline. Then they have to not quit, not get hurt, and finish the training. But those females absolutely do exist out there. You'd be surprised if you've ever worked around Special Forces how there's a great variance in the type of person that you get as far as physicality goes. But one thing that's in common with all of them, an insane, unparalleled drive, grit, and toughness. According to Admiral Howard III, who's in charge of all the training out there, he says, like her fellow operators, she demonstrated the character, cognitive, and leadership attributes required to join our force. That's all I need to hear. It's good enough for me. I trust that she met the standard. The standards for SWCC are not as difficult as they are for SEALs. And then when they graduate their assessment and selection, they go through the training pipeline where they learn all about seamanship, navigation, weapons training, the crew serve weapons that go on the boat, the tactics. And you'd be surprised how much of that training is actually on boat maintenance. They learn a ton about just maintaining the boats that they drive. According to the article that's been floating around, 18 women have so far either tried to become SEALs or SWCC. 14 have not finished either due to quitting or injury. She has become the first to officially finish and graduate as a SWCC, and 3 others are currently in the pipeline. And I have heard some rumors about that too, but I'll just leave that alone for now. All I'll say is we had the first female Green Beret, and we covered a story about her ending a weapon in her apartment out in Colorado and getting into some trouble for that. So that's not a good look. So I hope that this female out there who's not been identified because she's active duty has a successful start to her career as a SWCC. This is probably going to divide the community quite a bit, I imagine. You're going to have some naysayers. You're going to have some people accepting it. Now, with all that being said, maybe she didn't. Maybe they dropped the standards, forced her through, never let her quit, gave her a lot of breaks and extra food or whatever she needed, warmed her up in the car while everyone else was running around. But here's the deal. Unless an instructor or one of her classmates speaks out publicly and says that this stuff's going on, let's give her the benefit of the doubt. Let's go with the assumption that she made it. It's absolutely possible. Does this mean that we're going to see a female SEAL in the future? Well, I talked about that in a previous video. I don't know. Maybe. My whole thing about that was finding the right person, recruiting them, getting them through the training. Like I said earlier, it's going to be pretty difficult. And then out of all that, they have to not get hurt, not quit, all this stuff. maybe it's on the horizon. Prove me wrong. I'd love to see it. From the last video, I'll link up here above about women joining the SEALs. I've already had some women comment on it. They're going for it. There's also women currently going for Special Forces in the Air Force, and there have even been some who've attempted to join Special Forces in the Marine Corps, making it as far as the second phase of that training before quitting or getting hurt or something like that. It's going to happen. I'm starting to think that this whole thing is inevitable. It'll eventually happen because all things that are possible eventually do happen. So it probably will. Do I think that it's a bad thing? I absolutely do not. The only thing I'll leave you with parting on this whole idea that I want you guys to understand is there are many, many women out there who perform at higher levels than the lowest level SWCC, SEAL, Green Beret, CCT operators that are out there. There are women out there with better physical performance, better character, better intelligence. Those women do exist. Getting them into the force, that's another story. So we'll see what happens with all that. Hey, thanks for checking out this video, you guys. On a serious note, speaking of SWCC, I want to let you guys know about a good friend of mine named Johnny Mac. Johnny Mac is a retired SWCC boat crewman, 25 years in the Navy, senior chief, who unfortunately was in a horrific plane crash. He's a private pilot. He was flying a plane. He was in a plane crash. He's currently rehabbing. He's getting support from the Naval Special Warfare community. And as a good friend of mine, I want to share the link to his GoFundMe in the description of this video down below. If you guys have the time and the interest, check that out. We're hoping that he gets rehabilitated from the burn injuries and crash injuries that he got so he can get back on his feet and get back to crushing life as he always does. He's a great dude. If you guys can, that'd be doing a great favor to me to go check out that link. Thanks for watching this video. I look forward to talking to you guys very soon. I'm out for now. What's up, guys? Thanks for watching that video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and hit that subscribe button up in the corner here and check out this next video. If you want, in the description down below, there's links where you can get ScuttleButt Show merch and find out how you can support the channel. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to talking to you guys very soon.